Oh, welcome back to the channel. We are at the Westdale beach. So we walked about, I don't know, less than a mile from the village of Dale, across a field down, and here we are. Parked in the car park, £4.50 for 4 hours, or £3 for 2 hours. So, heading down to the beach to go and check it out. I'll show you the walk back across the field. It's not far to go. It's probably more like a kilometre. Like I say, a mile at most. Gonna go and check out what's down there. Check out all those holes in there. There's probably like swallows or some kind of birds nesting in there. Wow, look at all this lot. This looks like all the stuff that's washed up on the beach. Old boot, bottles, plastic, rope, piece of carpet or foam or something, old bucket. So yeah, I'm guessing this has all been dumped here to be collected. A lot of rope, that could be handy if you need to climb up a cliff or something. Even a traffic cone on the beach there. But yeah, fair bit of stuff there. So this is the Westdale beach then. There's more trash or treasure, depends how you look at it, on the beach here. I mean, if you're looking for a piece of timber, there's one there. Two pieces attached to each other, some rusty metal. Someone's been having a bonfire here, burning all the driftwood and other bits of timber and pallets and whatever that's washed up onto the shore. Not a bad little beach. I spotted this on Google Maps and I thought, well, while we're in the village of Dale, check it out. We went to the Griffin restaurant for a meal and it was quite nice. Food there is pretty good. You do pay restaurant prices there, that's the only thing. Looks like it's low tide at the moment. Take a bit of a walk across the beach. Like I say, 4 hours parking, £4.50. You can look it up online, it tells you there. And then you can just take a walk across here. It takes, I don't know, 15-20 minutes at most to get from the car park to the beach. Wow, look at that rock there. It's amazing how those are like split like that. So yeah, I reckon if you looked around enough you could find some treasures on this beach. Well, some people would call it trash, others treasure. But yeah, I'll have a look to see if I can find any interesting stones or anything like that. Just as a keepsake. Put them in the box of memories. think people are attempting to do some surfing and stuff, but the waves aren't very big. I think even when the tide is up, you've still got some dry sand that you can sit on there. It's weird because every time I go down to the sea, it's low tide. Does the tide ever come up? I don't know, maybe it comes up at night time. I didn't check the schedules. So yeah, this is what it looks like from the viewpoint of West Dale Beach. Island in the background there, an island in the background. Skokomar or something like that. That island with a weird name. Yeah, the waves actually look a bit bigger when you're closer up to them. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made before and get the legs wet, because my phone got wet and the port stopped working on it. So now I've got to use the pad to charge it every time. So that was a look at the beach of West Dale. Quite a nice spot actually. Quite pleasant. So I'll do a bit of footage of the walk on the way back and the Dale Castle. There's no public access, but you walk past it on the way here. Until later. So I'm back and by the water's edge now. Gonna roll up the trousers, taking the shoes off. I've got myself 10 stones. I'm going to see how far I can get them to skip across the water. The aim is to get as far as possible. So I'm going to get my feet wet. Yeah, that water is pretty cold. That's why people are wearing wetsuits in there. But you know, on a summer's day, it cools you down. So here we go. First stone is this one. That one went a good distance. Second one is like a boomerang shape. After this next wave, this one's going in. Right, here we go. That didn't get too far with that. Now, a really flat stone. After this next wave, it's going in. Right, here we go. Flat squarish stone. That one went a bit further. Next we got this other boomerang shaped one. Got to wait until we got some good smooth surface there to chuck the stuff, to chuck the rock out. So here we go. Boomerang shape. Whoa, the wave hooked that one. Right, this one's a really flat one. This should go far. I should try and chuck them across. That way the waves won't affect them so much. Here we go. Oh, skipped across the top of that wave. I've got to get the trousers a bit further up, otherwise they're going to be sea washed, not snow washed or stone washed. Right, let's try it here in the shallows. Whoa. Right, this one next. Oh, that just dug straight in. Now we've got a really round one. There we go. That one just dug in. This one's more flat. After this wave, here we go. That one went straight in there. Oh, I've got a hole in the pocket. These things are trying to disappear inside the jacket. Final stone. It's not too bad. So that was the stone skimming. We got our 10 stones in and we had a walk in the cold ocean amongst all the kelp. So at least now I can say I've been in the sea. Until later. Show you the bit that I didn't film when we got here. I should have started recording a bit sooner, but anyway. Just to let you see what the route is like. We hit the coastal path, which is these acorn signs. They're upside down. When an acorn hangs from the tree, it's the other way around. So that's the view from above, up top. So you've got an option here of either climbing over the top or going through the gate. Coastal path continues along here, up those steps and further. We're going to go back to Dale, which is there. As you can see, there's the castle in the distance. It's probably about half a kilometre, maybe a bit more, to the castle. Some farmer's been busy erecting an electric fence to keep his cows in. I don't think it's live at the moment. There's a battery on the other end of the field. Doesn't seem to be connected, but I'm not going to test it out. So, as you can see, there's the castle. There's the village of Dale. And there's the sea on the other side, because we're basically on a peninsula, which is this bit here, which we are down that way, right at the end of it. Just check if we can zoom in on the castle there. Just to get a better view. So we need to head back because our parking's going to expire in about 40 minutes. Make sure we've got plenty of time to walk back. It's about a 20-minute walk to the beach. Tide's coming up. I did put a marker down, and it took about 20 minutes for the tide to advance 10 meters. So it's quite rapid. I reckon in an hour or so it'll be high tide. Who knows where that goes? Farmer's house maybe? I have no idea. Yeah, you can't get into this castle, it's a private residence. It is Dale Castle. I think there's bits and pieces been added onto it over the years. Unfortunately, it's always windy by the coast, so I apologise if you can't hear me properly. Or if I'm speaking too loud, just trying to talk a bit above the wind. At least we're walking away from the wind at the moment. So that gate on the other side of the field, and then a bit of a walk to the car park. So yeah, if you're staying in the village of Dale, beach is about a 15-20 minute walk from there. It's not too far because of course there's nowhere to park, there's no roads or nothing by that beach. So there we are, Dale Castle. Not really much to see of it. I guess the walls around the outside are the oldest part. The inside looks a bit more modern. Still got the archery positions on the top, so yeah. Or gun positions, if it's modern. Come across a weird like clay ball here, which I think is a float for the ocean or something. There. There's a chunk missing out of it. There's the farmer there coming down, and that's the battery and stuff for his electric fence. Doesn't look like it's connected though. So until later.